Hello, welcome to the old coffee house. This is Cup of Hot Joe coming to you from the Philippines. Well, I've been getting a lot of requests on my last video to do an update on my Social Security, the nightmare I had going through that. So to you subscribers, I'll explain what I did. It might have been a little bit of an overkill, but I don't want to have to deal with anything again. So, first of all, I made sure that I switched my Social Security from international back to American. That way, I don't have to deal with Manila anymore. You gotta realize, there's over 100,000 expats, not just from the Philippines, but Vietnam, Taiwan, Thailand, Japan, all those deal to Manila. So any issues you have, it's going to take you 4 to 5 months at least to get taken care of. So by sending it back to America, I can simply call the American number. As long as it's not a 800 number, I can call it from here and get things taken care of. That's the first thing. Second of all, I got me a post office box in America just for Social Security. It cost me about $85 a year, depending on where you get it at. That small city that my brother lives in, it's like $85 a year. I got that also set up that it will be deducted out of my bank account once a year. So I don't have to worry about, if they didn't get the funds, have somebody run over there and pay for it, and then the mail gets sent back. And once the mail gets sent back to Social Security, then it's going to be cut off. That's the second thing. Third thing, I made sure I kept a American telephone number for any. This is not just for Social Security though, this is for banking or anything else. A lot of times people need to send you a text. If you don't get a text, you can't do anything. Okay, a good example is my bank. A couple of times shut down my account because I brought something very big over here, and they thought that it was a scam. Somebody hacked my account or something, and he shut my card down. And then I'm calling, spending $1 a minute, waiting on a call line where, this way they can just send me a text. I can send them a thing, they can send me a text to my American number. They won't send it to an overseas number. That's just taken care of. It's $20 prepaid per month. Now, you don't have to load it every month. Some plans you have to do it every 60 days, like on AT&T, Verizon, you have to show activity within every 6 months. I took AT&T though because I already had a number with it. So every 60 days I'll have my brother reload it. Now here's the thing. If you have family members that you truly trust, I do, give them a power of attorney, temporary power of attorney, because he can set it up any way you want to. And this is where my brother can go in and do certain things of banking. He has the right to give my signature. That way, any issue comes up, I actually have somebody that can go in and take care of something for me. Okay, on the Social Security, these are the things also I did directly with Social Security. Form 72 and Form 71, the proof of residency, where you live, and proof that you're alive. I went to the library and I printed out 10 pages of each. Now you have to send them in once every year, to prove that you're alive. And there's other things you can do too, but this is the one that they do for overseas. I went ahead and filled them all out, including the date and signature, because I put it down as December 29th, 2024. I got it down for December 29th, 2025. 26, 27. Addressed out, everything in an envelope. If I need to, I will have my brother mail it, and it's ready to go. Here's the second thing you can do, and I'm doing that too, just for safety and that, is they said that at Social Security, they said if you file a tax return every year, you will be automatically said that you're still alive if you're filling out your tax form. Even if you're not working, fill it out. I mean, no income, no nothing. I got money from Social Security, that's it. Mail it in. That way that's taken care of. I have a tax preparer in the small town of Montgomery where I was staying at, where I was in America. And I paid her $50 to do my taxes this year. I paid her $50 to do my taxes next year, even though I won't be working next year, because I want to make sure that there's proof, and if there's not enough, then I will send in that letter. But the thing is this, it's a little overkill, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So now that's what I done for that. I have American address. I switched my Social Security back to America. I have a tax preparer person prepaid. I'm going to do my taxes next year. I have a post office box and a telephone number. I should be covered. So for you subscribers that's thinking about coming to America, maybe you haven't got your Social Security yet, or maybe you do. If you haven't got your Social Security yet, I'm going to say don't come. Don't come until you got it. And at least got 2 or 3 checks sent to the mail and make sure everything's okay. Don't apply for your Social Security here in the Philippines. I applied for mine in July. Mine was supposed to start a month after, because you usually get it the month after. As long as it's not on the first 3 days of your birthday, then it's just a month before. But you can apply 4 months ahead of time. I sent in my request on July. It took them until October to answer me. And then they say, you will get your first interview in November. And I'm like, I should have my check by now. I called them, and they said there's nothing they can do about it as quick as they can do it, because they're dealing with 100,000 people in several countries, and they all go through Manila. I get my interview. They said, okay, you will get your first check in December. December come, I didn't get it. January, I didn't get it. I called them back. They said, oh, well, because we're in the Philippines and that and stuff, the paperwork is delayed. It had to be mailed. They didn't, email it anywhere. They mailed it to Baltimore. Baltimore had to approve it and send it back in. So my check was supposed to start in November, and now here it is February. And I'm figuring, okay, they said your checks would be backdated, something October, November, December, January, February. I'm going to get 5 checks, right? No. They didn't count October and November because I didn't get enough interviews in November. So my first check, they said, wasn't counted till December. So I only got December, January, and February. And I got it in March. So, yeah, and they said, well, then you didn't get paid those cents, but you're going to get the difference because you waited a little bit longer. I figured up, yeah, $1.62. $1.62 for cutting 2 months off. Wasn't worth it. You know, I could have used that money because when I came here, I made a mistake that a lot of people do. They sit there and they plan, right? I thought I planned everything out. Remember I said A, B, C, D. One of my other videos, always have your backup plan. Well, I planned everything out, and I'm like, okay, I'm here with $7,000, and I'm going to be here for 6 months. I'm going to live cheap. I'm going to get by until it kicks in. Didn't know it was going to take another 5-6 months for me to get my money. I was totally out of cash. Literally living off of a few things that I have invested in America. I'll be honest, I was getting by on $200 a month. I have pictures. I didn't put them up here. I can probably put them up later. I went from 240 pounds to 120. Literally living on mangoes off a tree that was in front of my house. So don't make that mistake. Don't come here with a finite set of money thinking that this is how you're going to get by. Whatever could go wrong will. If I knew what I knew now, I would have, because I came in February and I could have applied for my Social Security in July. I should have just went ahead and waited that rest of that time. But yeah, pandemic was basically going over. Philippines says we're open on February the 10th. I got on a plane on February the 10th, was here on February 11th, because I wasn't for sure if they're going to shut it down again. If I knew that was just patient a little bit more, I wouldn't have had any of this problem, because my Social Security would have been set up in America, and by the time I got here, it would have been coming in on November. And I would have had more money too. Instead of coming here with $7,000 in the bank thinking 6 months is going to be great, I would have been here, well, I would have been able to save up to about $12,000 and only had to go for 4 or 5 months of wait. So yeah, it's all planning. And well, that's basically it. So to my subscribers out here who said that they want to follow up on what happened, that's what happened. Now I have got my 3rd check in now since I was back there, and my 4th check should be in tomorrow or the next day. And that's it. Now my next video, something I don't talk much about here. You know, I have a few videos on it, just dating. One reason I didn't come here for the ladies, but I have seen quite a bit what's happening to people now that's coming here to the Philippines, and they're believing the hype on the YouTube and other channels that's been putting out here saying, oh, you know, it's like the Philippines are just dying for the foreigners to come here and get them. Not so. And we're talking about how these guys are in their 70s, late 70s, early 80s, coming off with 19, 20-year-old girls. That's not true neither. Some instances might be, but it's ridiculous. But mostly, they're dating people of their own age, or in their own social class, or financial class. I'm going to get all into that here in my next one. And I think it needs to be said. And that because a lot of people, they're coming over here, they're losing a lot of their money because they're coming for the wrong reason. And anyway, this is Hot Cup of Joe. I'm going to talk to you later. Y'all be good out there. Take care of yourself. The creeks don't rise between my house and yours. I'll have that video in a few days.